1.8. Don't write what you know. This is the last chapter of this section about creating sitcoms. I'm not sure I have much more advice other than a few do's and don'ts, which you are, of course, both able and likely to ignore. Write what you know. You have a unique perspective and life experience. Only you have been the second child of a tree surgeon and geography teacher in East Anglia who, as a family, went on regular holidays to Devon, except for that disastrous trip to Scandinavia. Only you know what it's like to be in a certain kind of relationship, or hold down a particular job under specific kinds of pressure. If you have an understanding of a world that the telly people feel they haven't seen before, or at least in a while, write about it. Comedy, as we've said before, is about truth. If you know the truth about a certain situation or a stage of life, write about it. You have the edge over all the other writers. You're not trying to sell a script or an idea. You're trying to sell 6, 12 or 18 scripts, ideally written by you. Producers aren't just looking for an amazing idea for a sitcom. They're looking for an idea that's going to sustain, written by someone who knows what they're writing about, writers who are going to deliver an entire series based on their idea, ideally 3 or 4 times over. So in reality, you're selling yourself and your talent. There is, however, an equally convincing school of thought. Don't write what you know. Who cares if your dad was a tree surgeon and your mother was a geography teacher? Who cares about East Anglia, Devon or Scandinavia? If you don't care, why should we? Maybe your life is incredibly unremarkable. You're a student, so like loads of students, you might think about writing a sitcom about students living in flat shares. I'd advise you not to do this because yours would have to be utterly exceptional to stand out. But that said, if it's a good script, you will be noticed. But maybe you want to write a comedy about the conquistadors, or something about oil rigs or having triplets. But you've been told, write what you know. Don't write what you know. Write what you're excited about and prepared to find out about. My sitcoms have been about management consultants, professional musicians, code breakers and bomb disposal experts. I knew very little about all of those things, but I was sufficiently excited about them and interested to talk to people in those fields, read books and articles, and if you're prepared to put in the work, get the insights, the anecdotes and the truth of the situation, write about that. Don't write what you think they want. The script you write has to be something that you know about or are passionate about, and not what you think will or won't be commissioned. You may read the trade press and see that BBC's head of comedy doesn't want any more office sitcoms or anything middle class, or that he's looking for a comedy set in a coal mine. I urge you to ignore these statements. Firstly, they don't know what they want, or at least they do know what they want in that they want something funny, and if it goes against a previous public statement, they really won't care. Secondly, if your script is written to fulfill a brief, it will seem phony, cynically dashed off in order to get a commission. Writing a script is hard, really hard, and you have to be passionate about it. Not about the script, about the idea, the characters, the stories. It takes so long to get it right that in the unlikely event your script miraculously ends up in the right place, it will no longer be the right time. Tastes would have changed, things would have moved on, executives would have played musical chairs again, and you're stuck with a script that even you're not excited about. So, have an idea. Have lots of ideas. Work out which you're excited about. Work out which you're in a great place to write and find out about. Create some conflicting characters in a confined situation, and then write it. But how? Well, you'll need some plots. So that's next.